It's no secret that Texas is a popular state, not only to move to, but to visit. The Lone Star State has seen an influx of nearly 500,000 people per year and is one of the fastest growing states with a current population larger than Australia's. But let's be real, no one is moving to the cheapest towns in Texas. The cities with the greatest influx are Austin, Dallas, and San Antonio, which are nowhere near the cheapest towns in Texas. For example, Progreso, a small town of only 6,000 residents, is the cheapest place to live with a median home value of only $50,000. Your nearest metro area would be San Antonio, but that is 4 hours away. Between 2019 and 2020, Progreso gained a population of 3. Yup, 3. So a top 9 cheapest list wouldn't be relevant to a whole lot of people. Maybe just 3. But let's talk about tourism. A staggering 72.5 million people visit Texas each year from out of state. That's triple its population. Like with any tourist-friendly destination, it won't come cheap. But what if it did? Here are the 9 cheapest places to visit in Texas that will still allow you to remember the Alamo and utter the words, "Houston, we have a problem," while actually in Houston at the NASA Space Center. Number 9 is South Padre Island. Travel Channel named it one of the best beaches to visit as a family. It's affordable, beautiful, and known for its seafood. Hotel costs aren't bad as other beachfront locations, and even some of the nicer resorts won't set you back more than $200 a night. The island has plenty of water activities like kite surfing, dolphin spotting, fishing, and even horseback riding on the beach. The island has a vibrant nightlife, diverse restaurants, and a nature center. Number 8 keeps us on an island, but takes us 6 hours north to Galveston. Staying in Galveston is about $27 cheaper per day, per person, than staying in Houston. But you are close enough to still enjoy the city if you wanted to also visit Houston. The cost of living is 10% cheaper in Galveston than the national average, which may not impact you as a tourist, but it certainly means food and gas prices would be lower, which does in fact impact you as a traveler. Without Houston tacked on to the itinerary, Galveston has plenty to do and see on its own. It's an island with 32 miles of beaches, so if nothing else, you can enjoy the Gulf of Mexico. There is a rich history and historic sections of town along with shopping and museums. One of the most notable things to see is the Galveston and Texas History Center, where you can learn about the hurricane of 1900, which is still the nation's deadliest natural disaster. Though 8,000 lives were documented to have been lost, the number is believed to be thousands more. On that note, be sure to check the weather if you visit from June to November, as it is hurricane season. Number 7 is Meridian State Park. Like any state or national park, you may find that accommodations are cheaper and slightly more rustic than in the hustle and bustle of a city's downtown. Within the park itself, there are campsites with beds that can accommodate up to 6 people for $50 a night. You get what you pay for, however, because the showers and toilets are shared. If hot water and privacy are more your thing, there are plenty of hotels and bed and breakfast places dotted throughout the perimeter of the park, which average about $100 per night. You can go horseback riding along the shore of the lake. You are able to drive through all 505 square acres of natural beauty, and in the surrounding area, there are wineries to visit as well as a Waco ghost tour. And since you are less than an hour from Waco, you can get all the benefits of Waco attractions, most notably the famed Magnolia Market, without paying Waco prices. Number 6 is perfect for a spring getaway, and that's some Texas Hill Country wildflowers in Willow City. This scenic 20-mile stretch of road traverses through green hills, with part of the drive going through some of the most unique and oldest geology in the central part of the state. If you're lucky, you can see American bison and white-tailed deer. Bison played an important role in the survival of indigenous people for centuries, but few remain compared to when they roamed freely. Prior to European settlements, there were over 30 million bison in North America. That number went down to less than 1,000, but is now back up to 500,000. So it would be a treat to see one. There are a wide range of price options when it comes to hotels, with some decent hotels costing only $49 per night. You are also only an hour and a half away from San Antonio and from Austin, so you can combine this with a bigger Texas getaway. Speaking of San Antonio and the Riverwalk and the Alamo, let's talk about cheap ways to see it. Number 5 is New Braunfels. While New Braunfels is worth a visit in its own right, you are only 30 minutes from the Alamo, and thus only 30 minutes from downtown San Antonio. The cost of living in New Braunfels is higher than San Antonio, but hotels will be cheaper overall. Of course, anything in downtown San Antonio will be more expensive by virtue of its draw for tourists, but New Braunfels has plenty to do if seeing the Alamo is just an afternoon excursion. You will be in the heart of Texas Hill Country at the crossroads of the Guadalupe and Como rivers. Tubing down the calm waters is a popular thing to do when the weather is nice. There is also live music 7 days a week and the Green Historic District, a restored 19th century town featuring the oldest dance hall in Texas. You can also make your way through the Hill Country Craft Beer Trail and try some local hops. Not far from Shreveport, Louisiana, is a tiny town called Jefferson, Texas, which comes in at number 4. One of the nicest, spookiest, and most unique places to stay in town is only $160 a night, and that's the historic Jefferson Hotel. It was built over 170 years ago and is reported to be haunted thanks to its antebellum roots. Other than that, there are plenty of museums and local restaurants set against the backdrop of its old downtown. And if Jefferson isn't your thing, you can always get another state out of the way, as you are less than an hour from Shreveport, Louisiana. But you will forever be a traitor to Texas should you venture east of the border. Number 3 is Needville, which sends us back over to the Houston area. At just 50 minutes from the heart of Houston, Needville is one of those towns that you really need to zoom into a map to see. Hotels hover in the $100 a night range, and with a population of just under 3,100, you won't have to contend with Houston traffic. For those of you anxious to get your state and national park passport stamped, Needville is the gateway to Brazos Bend State Park, a nearly 5,000-acre park of diverse ecosystems. You can also visit the George Observatory, where you can see deep into space and wonder what other galaxies hold. Number 2 takes us way over to Fort Davis, Texas. This remote town is the gateway to Davis Mountain State Park, the crossroads of where Texas leaves its southern culture behind and becomes the American Southwest with adobe houses and Native American heritage sites. This park has some of the most beautiful hiking in the state and will also be budget-friendly. Hotels are as cheap as $40 a night. But if you want to spend closer to $100 a night, you can stay in an old Western saloon-style hotel and really get the Wild Wild West experience. The park has breathtaking views of rainbow-colored, semi-desert, rock canyons, and rolling hills. Number 1 is Port O'Connor, Texas, which is a quiet coastal town on the Gulf of Mexico, known as the best-kept secret on the Gulf Coast. It's an oasis of pristine beaches full of fishing, kayaking, and sunbathing. Matagorda Island is a natural barrier between Port O'Connor and the Gulf of Mexico, located near the north end of this 38-mile-long island, which ends near the Aransas Wildlife Refuge. There are some expensive hotels on the waterfront, but there are good quality hotels for under $100. This quaint town will give you a chance to relax away from the noise and expense of a big city, while still having plenty to do. You're only an hour and a half from Corpus Christi, so while it may feel remote, you are within a short drive from an airport, giving you the ability to come and go with ease. Let us know in the comments if we missed any, or maybe you have some cheap places to stay in the bigger cities that won't break the bank. Let us know.